purpose of the Alumni Services is to help you students with your life here as new students here at BYU-Hawaii, and to help you with academics and social life. And so to start with, when you come here, you automatically become a member of a student chapter. So let's say, for example, I am from the Philippines. When I came here, I automatically become a member of the Philippines student chapter. As I said a while ago, the goal of the Alumni Relations is to help you with your transition as new students and to help you become successful students. And we will discuss the details on how to help you become successful students academically and socially. And then the last thing, our last goal is to help you with your returning home as an alumni. All right, so in order to become successful as current students, we have various activities as student chapters. First one is we have student chapter activities. This includes opening social, closing social. In the opening social, you will get to meet and greet your fellow students from your country. And then Culture Night, we just had it last month. So this is the time where we are going to present our cultural dances or cultural songs in front of thousands and thousands of people. This is very exciting. This is just once a year, so we already had it this year. Make sure that you are going to participate next year, okay? And then we also have Food Fest. We're having it in May. So during the Food Fest, your chapter is going to prepare some food, and this is like you are going to sell the food to many people, and then the money that you raise goes to your chapter so they can use that money for your activities. And then we also have Gospel Forums. It is every third Sunday, so this coming Sunday is the third Sunday, so make sure that you attend your Gospel Forums, and this is the time where you will get spiritually uplifted. Alright, and then our last goal that I've said a while ago is we want you to return home successfully as an alumni. And one way of helping you to become successful alumni is that we want you to do career events, and this is, you're going to do it with your chapter. So let's say, for example, if you're from Australia, you're going to do your career events. You are going to find some possible companies where you can work when you go home. And then Skype events, it is an activity where you Skype with a professional from your home country. Let's say I'm a business major and I want to be in the marketing field, and we are going to ask a professional who is in the marketing field, and he's going to discuss what it is like in the outside world. And then lastly, it's professional mentorship program. We are going to have a video about this later. So you have to prepare for this. So let's say, for example, your major is psychology, and you want to know what it's like to be in the outside world. You want to be a psychologist. So we are going to pair you with a professional psychologist, so he or she can help you and teach you what it's like outside. Alright? And if you have more questions, just talk to any of us, and we're going to help you about this. Alright. The Brigham Young University is a very unique university. We have a different curriculum. It's not like other universities, because BYU-Hawaii is the most diverse university in the U.S. It's represented by 75 countries. Alright? And for many of you, this will be a very different environment from your hometown. For many of you, this may be the first time you have come in contact with different cultures represented on campus. You will not only come in contact with new people, but with new type of academic culture. As many of you are international students, and we have a religion integrated into our education. So, in order for me to graduate, I need to take 14 credits of religion. That's a lot, 7 classes, right? And this will really help you. And then, So this is why we felt that it's very important for you to know about culture shock and to introduce different cultural concepts.
There's like 4 different stages of culture shock. So the first one will be honeymoon, the second one will be withdrawal, third adjustment, and then the fourth one will be acceptance. Yeah, we'll remind you on that, so don't worry if you can get the answer right now. Okay, so the first one, honeymoon stage. What is the meaning of honeymoon stage of culture shock? Is when we first come here, how many of you is your first time to be in Hawaii? Oh, a lot of you guys. How do you think about it? How do you think, maybe you, how do you think about it?
I don't know what to think about it yet.
Do you like it?
Like, I do like it.
Yeah.
Good, yeah.
Yeah. Like, because I'm from Hong Kong, so when I first got here, everything is just so fascinated because I saw all these green and mountains. It's like a picture. It's so unreal to me because in Hong Kong it's all high-rise building, and that's what everything we see, like high-rise building everywhere. So when I came here, I'm so happy because I've never seen all these like beautiful trees, mountains. Like I'm so excited. And also, so when I took my brother was actually here, so he drove me from the airport to campus. So when I arrived campus, wow, this is it. How many of you think this campus is very beautiful? Yes, me too. I really liked it. I think because the first time when I come in, I saw the little circle, which is where all the flags has raised. I don't know if the flag is raising today. Is it? No? Oh, okay. Yeah, but normally during school time, all these flags will be raised in the little circle. It is very cool. Like all these flags represent the different countries that we have on campus. Yeah, so these make me really happy. And also the beaches, nice. If you haven't been to the beaches yet, go there. You will be very happy. The sand is very soft. The water is very nice. You can see fishes. And Foundation Culture Center. I think for the new student, you guys will be going to the Foundation Culture Center tomorrow, right? Please enjoy this trip. It is very good because it's for free. Because normally you need to pay. It doesn't matter if you're a student or not. Only if you're working there you don't need to pay. But normal student, we all pay to go to PCC. Except when you first come here as a new student, you don't need to pay, and then you get to enjoy every single thing in there. So PCC is one of the best experience when I came to as a new student because I've never heard about all these Polynesian countries such as Tonga, Samoa, and I've never seen them, how they look like before. So it's actually pretty cool to get to know about that culture. So tomorrow, enjoy it and then just have a great time before school starts. So this is something that we are very happy when we first got here. That's why we call honeymoon stage. You know how, I got married and I have this honeymoon stage, which everything is so perfect to me. So that's why this is how, just like how you guys, when you come, everything just so happy, and then you don't really see the difference between you and everyone else. Maybe you will see something different, but you're so easy to accept it, and then you're just so very excited to learn all these new things. So that's why we call honeymoon. But I would say typically after 3 to 4 months later, maybe after your first semester, you start to realize something that really different, and then or something that really you can't accept it. And then that's the time when we will call withdrawal. So right now, Kay is going to introduce.
What Jamie said, after 3 to 4 months of your stay here, you will start to feel the withdrawal stage. So in this stage, you will start to feel that everyone is unusual with the way they dress, the way they talk, and you also start to withdraw from other people. You want to be alone. Okay? So if you feel this in 3 to 4 months, don't worry, it's not unusual, it's normal. Everyone goes through with this. So you find the behavior of the people unusual and weird, and then some some people, when they go around on campus, they wear their cultural costumes, and you might find it weird, but for them, it's especially for the Samoan and Tongan and Fijian. On Sunday, they wear their traditional dress. For them, it's just normal. It's very pretty, but for others, they find it weird because they go to church, you're wearing costumes. But don't worry, it's normal. And then, so we're going to show short clips, video clips. Just want to, so watch this and make sure that you take note of what's happening. Alright, so Asians are, well, usually Asians are shy people, and then Polynesians are like very warm. They just hug. So if you're a Polynesian and you want to make friends with Asians, it's normal that at first they feel weird when you hug them, but it doesn't mean that they don't like you. It's just that they're not used to hugging or kissing. Okay, and then this one. Oh, so don't even know this guy who hugs and kisses someone they don't know. That's according to Asians. And this one is an American meets an Asian.
Hey, Max, how's it going? Oh, I'm sorry.
Alright, so East Asians like Koreans, Chinese, Japanese, they usually bow. And for Americans, they find it weird. But don't worry, it's just a sign of respect. Okay? And then, when Polynesians meet Americans.
Hey, Jess, how are you?
How's it going?
I'm doing good. I just want to talk to you.
So, I have an experience about this. When I first got here, I have an American friend, and he said, "Hey, hi, how are you?" And then I was trying to explain, and he just left. And I was like, "How rude!" But when they say, "How are you?" or they don't really want you to explain what's happening. So just say you're good, or yeah, it's just one way of saying hi. Right? Personal space. Okay, for Asians and Americans, mostly, they don't want you to touch your things. But for other cultures, like they have this notion that what's yours is mine and what's mine is yours. So we have to be very careful about this. Make sure that if you have a roommate, don't use her things without his or her permission. Make sure that you ask her. Because some people will really get mad if you are going to use their things without asking permission, okay? And then language. So we have this Hawaiian pidgin. It's like broken English, kind of. These are the common phrases. I'm not going to read it because I'm not an expert, but we're going to show a short video that tells us what Hawaiian pidgin is.
Well, you know what? You go on boat, all right? John, you go on boat. Go on. Chuck, you go two. They're on three. You're gonna go decent. It seems like the other day, for about 3 times, but when you're coming down spring sometimes, then you lengthen out. that's my language. That's the language of my heart. Maybe I don't use them every day because I don't see people who only speak Pidgin, so I just speak to them or talk to them in standard English. But if somebody talk like this to me, I mean, just come natural for talk. I guess because it was from small kid time, that's how I was talking. It's the language of Hawaii. I mean, I don't want to say that Hawaiian language is not important. That's the indigenous people's language, and that's great. But the Hawaii we know today, for all the immigrants that might come from all over the place, Japan, Philippines, China, Portugal, we come together, that's the language.
Okay, people ask, what's Pidgin? Pidgin one language we talk in Hawaii. More than half the people here, different from Hawaiian. Maybe a little bit like English, but get all kinds of stuff from other kind of languages mixed in. Like from Hawaiian, Cantonese, Portuguese, Japanese, Korean, Filipino. You know, other people would work the plantations.
At the time when they started the plantations in Hawaii, the power on the plantations were primarily English speakers. The immigrant groups do not know each other's language. They're different languages. So in order to communicate with each other, they are using English or whatever English they can hear. So let's say a Japanese immigrant and a Portuguese immigrant trying to speak English to each other, but throwing in features from their own first languages as well. That's how Pidgins start.
It's just a sample of the Hawaiian Pidgin. Sometimes when I want to be cool, I try to do that, but I can do it. Right? And then, I know all of you know this, like text ideology, so no need to explain this, right? And then accents. Anyone here from New Zealand? No, right? How about Australia? Can you give us a sample? 2 sentences?
Good day, mate, and you want to put a shoe on the Barbie?
Oh, that's cool. When I first got here, I didn't know that there are different English accents, and I was very fascinated with listening to Australians, New Zealanders, and people from the UK. Okay, we have to be aware that there are different accents, and then these are just common accents. Common phrases from New Zealand and Australia. You just said this, Mike? Friend, right? Okay. And then respect. So respectful behavior is very important. These are the basics. So always say excuse me or pardon me, say please or thank you or sorry. These are just simple words, but these words will make a difference if you are going to use this. All right, and then language courtesy. So be courteous in speaking your language around others. Do your best to include others. So for international students, make sure, so if you're with your friends, let's say for example you're Japanese and you're a group of Japanese and you have an American friend, make sure that you speak English. And so that the person who doesn't understand your language will understand you and will not think that you're talking about them.
But guys, we need to think of a topic because tomorrow is coming up. I don't know, man.
We just think of a topic this whole week and still nothing.
we're talking about Aloha.
No.
About why white people are coming. I like that word.
Hi guys. I'm done.
Alright. So for some of us, English is a hard language, but make sure that you speak English. It will enhance your English skills and it will make you very courteous. Okay? And then another thing is being mean in any language is not cool. So watch this video. A lot of people here served in different countries and they know the language, so you better watch out, okay? So make sure that you don't say anything mean to other people because you don't know that person understands the language that you're talking about, okay? All right, and then respecting others' property. As what I've said a while ago, not others accept the concept of what's yours is mine and what's mine is yours. So ask your roommate before it's too late.
Hey, oh, is that for sure? Oh, hi. Hey, yeah, sorry, I didn't have to go so I was just gonna like borrow it just for today and then like return it. Okay, can you just talk about my stuff again? But I thought we were like roommates with friends. Oh yeah, we're friends, but I'd rather you know my stuff. Okay, sorry, this is my last one. Okay, okay, sorry. I was gonna borrow your stuff. Okay, alright.
Alright, and then the last thing, in some cultures, sharing food is very natural habit. Do not be offended when people don't share.
I'm so hungry. Hey guys, what's up? These are actually friends study group later. Really? I'm so hungry. The cap's open? I have a meal plan. Oh, Chevron.
I want to have something.
We all have their hands. No, I'm bored. I actually have to go to work, so I'll just. Do you guys do it? Have a good day. Bye. She doesn't even work.
Alright, so just make sure that you don't get offended when people don't share their food to you. And then this one, people will be happy if you're willing to share. Since you're in Hawaii, it's better to share, right? Okay.
You guys want some? I had to like use the rest of my black salad. Oh, hungry. Nice of you. Next, she's a big leg too. She knew us too well. I love that. I love people in Hawaii.
Alright, it's always nicer to share, right? So as I've said, in the withdrawal stage, you may feel sad, anxious, depressed, and you start to withdraw yourself from other people, and you feel alone or isolated. If you're feeling like this will happen in 3 to 4 months from now. So don't hesitate to visit the counseling services. It's just right across the cafeteria. And these are the people that you can contact. And don't worry, all your information are confidential. They don't share this to anyone. They don't study you. So don't hesitate to go there if you have problems.
So, for us to like effectively get out of the culture shock, all we do is we need to make some adjustment. I know sometimes it's really hard for us to change our habits, but the only way that you can get out of comfort zone is to really make some adjustments to yourself. I'm pretty sure when you make adjustments, it will help you to go through the culture shock easier. So actually, adjustment is the third stage of culture shock. Okay, so what can you do to adjust this culture shock? So academically, we have so many departments on campus, and then like all these departments over here, career services, academic advisors, student chapter advisors, and support specialists, they are the people who can help you academically. So when you don't know, let's say for example, you don't know what major that you're going to take, or if you're struggling with your major, these are the people that you can go ask. They are very helpful and they are very patient. All you need to do is ask for help. Don't just stay in the room and then just like feel upset and then feel alone and you're all by yourself. No, you're not. All you need to do is just get out of your room and then go look for anyone that can help you. Ask your friend when you need it. Okay? And then, so in BYU-Hawaii, we have a kind of like a mission when we are studying here. Our teacher will expect us to be prepared when we are in class, and also during the class time we engage in the discussions, and also so that's how we can improve it. Since I'm from Hong Kong, for me it is very hard for me to participate in class because in Hong Kong, whatever the teacher said, we will say, okay, yes, this is right. Okay, we don't really ask questions and we don't really do any kind of discussions on critical thinking. But in BYU-Hawaii, I think in most of the United States, in the college, they require you to be participating in class. They require you to think more when you're in class. So try to do that because I find out that this is a very important way for us to improve our academic. So it is very hard the first time as a freshman, but when you start doing it, you will get used to it, and then you will see how much that you have learned from other people when you engage and when you participate in class. And also, BYU-Hawaii has one of the benefits of well, how do you say? Because all the classes over here are quite small. The largest class that I have taken is a biology class. There's almost like 80 people in class, but most of the class is quite small. It's only around like 15 to 20 people. So you will get to know your professor really well, and then you'll have very good relationship with them. So feel free to talk to your professor when you have any questions, and they are very helpful, and then they love people to go find them. And then also use the school facilities, and also to use the tutors. We have all these tutors from all these centers: reading, writing center, math lab, language center, and also each classes of your major will have a teacher assistant. So all these people will be able to help you out when you are struggling. I remember when I was when I just started to take my my English class, I have a hard time to write research paper. And then at that time, I'm taking a lot of other general classes like history, and then some of my major classes. It is very hard for me to finish like 3 papers in one semester, like during the final week. And then so, since I'm very struggled, I did try my best, but end up I go talk to my teacher, and then I told her, hey, I really can't finish it. Will you be able to extend the deadline or something? So my teacher didn't really extend the deadline, but she gave me like 2 more days to finish my research paper. And then I'll be able to get all this help from this tutor and also my teacher. I'm very grateful for that experience because I know that the teacher really care about us. They don't want us to fail. So like what I said before, if you struggle, talk to the teacher, ask for help. Don't just stay in your room, because we realize a lot of students, especially international students, when we struggled with our school, we don't ask for help, but it's very important to ask for help when you need it. Oh, but of course we need to do our part first. So for socially, I strongly recommend all of you to try your best to step out of your comfort zone. For me, I have a hard time to meet friends when I first got here because my English is not that good, and I'm so afraid when I speak in English, and I'm so worried about, okay, will they understand me, or my grammar is really bad, and all these kind of worries just bothers me, and then that's why I only hang out with people from Hong Kong. And then later on, I have this roommate that she's from Utah, but she's like half Samoan, half white, and then she's very outgoing, and then I think she just like invite me to go to all these kind of different activities, and then I end up becoming a best friend with him, and then so I started to realize how much I missed out if I just worry too much about my language. Even though after so many years later, my English is still not perfect, but you know, this is me right now. I can stand in front of you and speak, I mean, in front of you in public. That is pretty amazing. So, so try your best to get out of your comfort zone. You will get the most out of BYU-Hawaii if you just stay in your own box forever. You won't know how amazing this school will be. So please, yeah, try your best to step outside of your box. You can also, you know, attend different activities. Over here we got Song Fest and different dances. Oh, you're gonna love the dances in BYU-Hawaii. So you should go. Opening social, closing social, and all these other dances, you should go. It's fun. And then you can meet a lot of people. And then also by attending service projects, we provided a lot of service projects in BYU-Hawaii. So try to serve others, and it will make you happy, and then also you'll be able to meet a lot of good friends. And also involve in as a volunteer in BYU-USA, and also participate in the student chapters, like what Kay has introduced to you before. We have all these student chapters from all over the world. Even though not all of the student chapters are very active, but you know, feel free to join to some of the chapters that is not your own culture, and then you can learn from each other, and then you can have a new experience on that. And then, yeah. Also, this one is not okay. So the final stage of culture shock is acceptance. So you ready? So what we want to, I mean. Because I remember I came here in 2007, and then after a while I go and serve my mission. I came back, and then I got married, and now I'm still here because I'm waiting for my husband to be graduate. But after these many years, I have come to understand so many things, and then I really love the culture over here. I would say right now I'm totally accepting the culture over here, no matter if it is like a good culture or a bad culture. No culture is bad actually, but it's just if you can accept it or not. But right now I would say I'm a person that I can accept different cultures very easy. I can talk with anyone who are from different country. I can be friends with them, and then I will be more able to recognize the difference between us, but accepting the differences. So because over here in BYU-Hawaii is a very unique school, so we need to seek to understand each other and to love one another. And I just want to leave you with this quote from Albert Bednar. He said that it ultimately is impossible for another person to offend you or me. Indeed, believing that another person offended us is fundamentally false. To be offended is a choice we make. It is not a condition inflicted or imposed upon us by someone or something else. So we can always choose to think that people don't like us or they love to offend us. It is our choice. But of course, we want to choose to be happy. So when we interact with others, don't think that they offend us or don't think that they dislike us. Just make sure you think, you know, it's just the differences that we have, but we need to be But these differences are very precious. You won't be able to experience anywhere, maybe on Earth, because over here we have more than 70 people. We represent more than 70 countries. This is the good place for you when you go out. This is something that is very unique that you can tell others. I came with a school with more than 70 different cultures. This is why I can interact with anyone that who come along in my life. So I just want to leave this with you. And also, before I finish, I'm going to introduce what kind of food that we are going to have tonight. This food represents different countries. So maybe some of you have tried this before, or some of you may never try this. So I'm just gonna go through the menu. Do you guys have any questions for me? Any questions? Do you guys enjoy this presentation? Yay! Okay, thank you so much. And right now we will ask Kim Sun to say a closing prayer, and please also bless the food.